Well, my own background is that of someone who studied sciences at high school, and actually at that time was convinced that science simply led to atheism. Then I came to Oxford to study science properly, and I began to realize that it wasn't really that simple, and actually there are other ways of looking at these questions, and one of them was that actually science and faith could dialogue in a very constructive and engaging way. I began here at Oxford by studying chemistry. I did research in molecular biophysics, switching then to theology, and in effect have tried to pursue this dialogue between science and faith here at Oxford, then at King's College London, and now finally at Oxford again in my final position as the Idris Professor of Science and Religion. My research has covered many things. I began by being a research scientist. I have some publications from the 1970s looking at some what were then very hot topics, but of course they have moved on considerably since then. I then switched to theology, and one of my early areas of research was the intellectual history of early modern Europe, particularly Germany and Switzerland, which I found very, very engaging. And that was about looking at the past to understand how that feeds into present debates. But I think all of that was really preparatory to beginning this serious engagement of science and Christian theology. I think that really took me about 20 years to be able to do, because I really needed to bring myself up to speed in two very different disciplines and then figure out how they could talk to each other. So that's my major area of research now, the relation of science and faith historically, at the moment intellectually and culturally. And it's a very important, I have to say, very interesting line of inquiry. Well, obviously, apart from Gresham College, I'm a professor at Oxford University, and that means that I have a major academic community at Oxford, both at the university level and also here at Harris Manchester College, where I have a very dynamic and very engaging community that I enjoy engaging. More widely, I interact with the Oxford Centre for Christian Apologetics, which I enjoy very much. And I also spend a lot of my time teaching at other institutions. And again, what I take away from that is that sense of engagement, that in effect, the more I engage with others, the better I understand these questions myself, and hence, hopefully, the better a lecturer I become.